What's up, guys? It's been a while, huh?
Sure has. It's
Welcome
been a long while.
back to KGYT Kid Got Your Ticket. My name is Alex. You got my girl,
Paola.
all right? And if you guys don't know, if it's first time seeing our channel or visiting one of our videos, we haven't done a video like this in a long time, right?
What, 6 months? More? A year?
Over close to a year, maybe. We haven't
It's
done.
close to a year.
Been close to a year. We've been 2 years right now as expats
Yep.
here in Colombia. I can't say Colombia because Colombia's it has a U, and Colombians take that shit personal. Like they take it personal. Like no, it's got to be COLO. But if you put a U like the brand, they don't like that.
They
So,
don't.
They don't like that.
I don't like when a person does that.
Yeah, but it's the pronunciation.
like even
right?
when an American does that.
Do you think North like Korea spells it Korea in Korea?
No.
We give it our own spelling, right? I
Yeah.
assume. Do I? I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know.
Don't they have symbols?
Like France. Like how do you say France in French? I don't know. France. France.
Guys, that's not the only accent he has. He also has a really good Mexican one. He likes to use that one. I swear to God.
For everybody. For any Latin person.
I think my husband is freaking Mexican. I swear. He has an obsession with the Mexican culture. I don't say it's bad. I'm just saying he's Colombian. But
I love the Mexican culture.
You
awesome.
do. You do.
I do. I love the Mexican culture. The Mexican culture is awesome. Freaking love it.
Cholos.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. I freaking love it. I love it. It's a cool thing.
Because they're like a lot like Colombians. The Mexican culture.
How?
Latinos. Very warm.
We have a lot in common, of course. We're all Latin.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a warm culture.
It's easy to assimilate to other Latin cultures because we're Latin, right?
Yeah, even though I was born here. I mean, I was raised in the States. Yeah, I'm still
Get a
Latin.
little bit closer.
Oh,
to
sorry,
the mic.
I got comfortable. So yeah, I got used to I don't know. I feel like I have like a little semi kind of bit of me, like American, but yet also very Latin. Cause I'm kind of cold like Americans, but I also like to be around people. So it's kind of weird.
But Americans like to be around people.
They do, but they're more private. Latin people aren't as private. Latin people, like in the States, you would expect yourself to call and be like, hey, can I come over this afternoon? Here, you kind of expect people to just come over.
Yes.
So I kind of mean it that way. Yeah, of course they're warm. We're all warm in our own way. But I'm just saying, just Colombians are a little bit more, like, I don't know, warmer. Or Latins are a little more warmer.
Is that a stereotype or is that a fact?
Well, it's my perception. It's not a stereotype. It's how I see it.
Okay.
Maybe because I was raised in an American culture with a Latin family. So I kind of see what I saw growing up. And maybe somebody sees something different. It's true. It's only my perception.
So we haven't been doing a podcast, right? For how long?
For about
a year. Last one we did was about 6 months ago. But we've been busy, guys. We've been busy just trying to take care of things in the United States, trying to take care of things here, going back and forth. So we've been traveling a lot.
Yes.
Going back and forth. But we're finally here back in Colombia now we've been here now for a month, right?
Yes.
We've been doing a lot of things. There's a lot of things happening. Good things. Everything's good, right?
Of course.
All good things. Like we speak about this, like living here as an expat, it's like every day is like a Friday. Like we don't know what day is which day.
But today's actually Friday.
But today's actually Friday. Today is Friday.
But yesterday felt like Friday too, because we even said, oh my God, our weekends are starting on Thursdays.
So did it feel like a Friday or like a Thursday?
Yesterday felt like a Friday.
Yesterday felt like.
But today is really Friday.
Today is Friday.
So it's pretty cool. Like you kind of forget what day it is because it always feels like a fun day. So that's pretty cool.
And it's easy to forget because our son is also on summer vacation.
Oh yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah, he's the one that kept us going on what today is.
He keeps us on the days just because hey, it's Wednesday. You know, homework is due.
Or the clothes that he wears.
Even though we're in Colombia, they still have homework, and they still have projects that we have to do, right?
But they're not as much.
No, they're not.
Yeah, it's cut. It's cut. He only has one science project a year, and homework. I think they only get like 1 or 2 homeworks a night, if that. And that's not even every night.
What do you think is the biggest difference in schooling from the States and here? What do you like and what don't you like? A mom,
if I can give
as
you
an expat mom who's had your kids you've had your kid in the United States, right? He did the public school there as well.
Yeah.
He did private there as well. Now you have your son as an expat who hardly knew English.
Spanish.
That's right. He knew perfect English. He knew perfect English. He didn't know Spanish. So
he knew perfect Spanish. Really? No.
So, but he kind of understood certain words.
No, baby.
No,
Our child was.
He didn't, right? So,
not.
So, as a parent who's had that experience, what are some of the things that you like, and what are some of the things that you're like? Oh, okay, you know what? I like this better there, or I like this better here. Well, what's better?
Okay, what do I like about I'll give you a couple of things. I like the fact that the classroom sizes are smaller. I like how big the campus is and how much access the kids get to the campus.
Now, is the school he goes to public or private?
It's private.
Why? Why is it private?
Because the director decided to close it up and only allow people who pay their kids come there.
No, because it's a bilingual school. So they have.
I'm sorry.
So they have English and Spanish because when he first got he did not know, but it's hard to find a school like that in the United States.
Yeah.
You get ESL classes and bilingual classes.
Exactly.
But a whole school that's actually bilingual,
including the students, which is cool.
Yeah, a lot of the students there are from the States. A lot of the kids are from Europe. Some of the kids are from Australia.
Yeah.
They come from different parts of the world that actually speak English. And there is also a school right down the block where it's bilingual, but instead of being Spanish and English, it's Spanish and French. But I still wonder, how do you say French?
Francia.
Oh, look, in Spanish, you see, you don't say France, you say Francia.
We say Francia.
So
how do the French say it?
Yeah.
How did the French say it? Let's see.
We'll find out. We'll find out. But tell us, continue with the school thing. What do you like and what you don't like?
See? Okay, I also like the fact that their campus is surrounded by all green area, so they're breathing pure air all day long. I like that their campus has a restaurant. That's where they go have lunch, and that's where they have a snack in the morning, right? Like semi-breakfast, like a brunch. Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that he's with other kids from other countries, so he feels normal and like, I'm not the oddball out coming over here doing this. He's like, okay, this is something a lot of people do, which is a cool experience for me because now that we're expats, I'm like, man, this expat thing is like huge. There's a lot of expats, and you just see the world differently, which I think is cool. What don't I like?
France. It's called France. It's spelled the same exact way. France.
France is France.
France. It's not France. I call it France. English, right?
Yeah.
That's the way we pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
France. You going to France, right? But in
French is France.
France.
I'm going to France. Have you been to France?
I've never been to France. I ain't going to France. All right, continue.
You're not gonna go with me to the Eiffel Tower.
No, I don't. We could go.
Thank you.
I don't mind.
That's the only thing I wanted to hear.
Don't need to go though.
All right, now. So those are the things I really liked. I like that the classroom sizes are small. I like that they make these really good connections with these kids because they're coming in with them grade after grade after grade. So if there's 20 kids, 18 kids in a class, they all stay friends. And we've already seen them get into spats and it just resolves itself. It's pretty cool. It's like a little pack. Yeah. They grow up as a pack. And I feel I don't like the States because in the state, well, not that I don't like the States. I hate the fact that they have to change so many classrooms and then intermix with so many different people.
Do you think that's just in public school? Or do you think you can also find something like that?
You probably can. That's true. And maybe not all public schools do that. But I like the intermix, and then you know what? I can also fend for the other side and be like, it's good also, because you're meeting other and you're meeting different.
That's what we grew up. We grew up in New York.
Yeah, so that's it. But I mean, it's not better. It's not different, because I was.
It's not better. It's not different.
I mean, it's not better. It's different.
Yeah,
that's
it's not better or worse. It's different.
Yeah, exactly. But I hate it. I got to a point where I was so unhappy with Colombia.
Why?
Because I was very sad.
When?
Okay, so we were in Lake City wrapping up that project, and then we came back. Right? We got back, and we didn't have what's called la tecnomecánica. Remember? Mm-hmm. So here in Colombia, the year, depending on the year of the car, right? If it's how many years? If it's 5 years,
you gotta have the inspections.
Yeah, so it's just like New York. You have to have the inspection. So if it's 5 years, if the car's 5 years or older, then that means you have to start getting this tecnomecánica. Well, we didn't have it, and it had just expired the day prior. So it expired Friday. And on Saturday, we were going to our son's school for a meeting, which is something else I like about here, that we still have quarter meetings for report cards, and you go meet the teacher. And we were going, and all of a sudden, we're driving, me and my husband were laughing, we just got back, and whatever, we're gonna go hear about our son doing good in school. And this guy on a motorcycle just stops us. So my husband lowers the window and he says...
Like a regular guy, or just like, what kind of guy? Just some random dude. Nobody know random dudes.
Well, I was trying to build up. Am I taking too long?
No, I'm.
Do you want me to build up? I was trying to build up to the punchline.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I didn't want to scare people that we just stop for anybody.
Okay, Tránsito stopped us.
We don't just stop for any motorcycle.
I'm assuming Tránsito was scanning plates, right? Because that's how they do it here. They scan your plate and then they'll tell you if everything is good. And he just stopped us, and he didn't get, like, you don't get a chance. You don't get any leeway here.
You know, at all. There's no gray line, but we have gotten the gray line.
Yeah.
At one point.
I think that was beginner's luck.
What?
The gray line that we had before.
So, I'm fluent in Spanish. No, so what happened? The finish.
No, go for it.
No,
Continue. I'm not gonna be the only one telling the story. That's not fun.
Why is not fun?
Because we both share a little part
I was
of it.
waiting for you to finish.
You can continue.
All right.
He tells me build punchlines, right?
But you said, hold on.
Hold on. I'm not done. He says build punchlines because people want to hear that. I get it. When I hear a story, I want to hear the story. I don't want to hear, All right, I'm a bad person. I like to go straight to the punchline. Yes, I'm not a comedian, whatever. But now I'm trying to build to the story. Now he's getting impatient and wants me to end my story.
No, I want you to end your story, to continue your story.
Oh, okay, he's going to continue. Okay, you.
No, I said I want you to continue your story to finish.
No. Go. Action.
No,
From the top.
But look, so is that I think you might get people, you might give people the wrong idea. Right?
People,
listen,
don't get the wrong idea.
We don't want to give anybody the wrong idea. So some random dude on a motorcycle didn't just stop us, because there's thousands of motorcycles going up and down in the city.
But he is a random dude.
No, because he has a uniform on. Yeah, he had the helmet. He has the uniform. It says transit on it.
All right, I'm sorry.
So
it was Transito.
We're not going to stop for no random dude.
No, right? I'm not stopping for no random dude.
Some random dude knocks. I don't know you.
How about if a random chick stops?
What do you mean a random?
Would you open the window?
So I got a perverted face that makes her laugh every single time. Every time something like a perverted thought comes on, right? Whenever a perverted thought comes on, all right, guys. I'm gonna give it to you guys one time.
Hold on. I gotta ask you a question.
No, wait. No. What kind of question?
Baby. So we don't. So we don't stop. We don't stop for random dudes.
Nope.
No, I got it.
Nope.
Maybe if some random chick wants to knock on our window, would you open it? Okay, so you got that now. So if you're a random chick, go for it. You open the window.
I don't see the threat. Last time some random dude stopped us, got a car taken away.
He took it. Oh man, that was so
see?
bitter.
You see?
I fucking sorry, I can't curse. I hated Colombia. I was so mad.
We were calling this place a dictatorship. This is a dictatorship.
This communist
even
country.
though, hold on, even though we were completely at fault.
Of course, it was our fault.
We were completely at fault.
I just
we
didn't
didn't
wanna
have the
blame me.
inspection up to date.
Nope.
And once they saw it, that we were 1 day late. They said, "Nope, your car's getting towed." They tow it. They take it down to the impound center. Then you have to go down to City Hall, kind of here.
Then you have to run around town.
To DMV. You gotta go to DMV. No, it's that because you get your passport there and everything, right? No, that's whole transit area. That's where you get
that
your
big
license
building
and
where they take all your money.
stuff. They don't take all your money, but they take a lot of the money.
All right, go for it. It was our fault, regardless. It was our fault. I grew up a lot.
It was our fault. It was our fault.
I grew up a lot, though. That little.
But that day we got really upset because we're like, "Why you gotta take the cars?" Like, listen, it's 1 day.
That's where we were going.
We told no. You just confessed a video that we were going. You're crazy. You lied to them. You just told them where you were going. Where were we going when we got stopped? Where were we going to our son's school?
Yeah, to get his report card. But
Yeah,
we
but
didn't tell him that. We're not dumb. We told the officer. I told the officer. We're going right now to Trocito to fix it.
We're gonna go do the inspection right now. That's where we're heading. Look.
And I think my husband, he roared too loud. And then the transito guy got
No,
mad.
he was already taken.
Yeah, he was not nice.
Yeah.
You could tell in his face.
He was following the rules.
You have cops here. He should always follow the rules, baby.
He was following
I
the rules.
know.
Yeah, he wasn't being mean. He was just following the rules.
Yeah.
He took our car. At the end of the day, whether we liked it or not, whether we agree with it or not,
He still took our car.
still took a car. Some random dude pulled up to us. We had to walk home. We couldn't even go to our son's school.
Oh my God! And it was we were celebrating my mom's birthday.
Oh, that's right. So your parents were in town that day.
They were.
They were in town. They towed the car. We were going to take them out.
To Termales.
We were going to go to Thermal Springs, which is 30 minutes away. Like, it's right 30 minutes away. And
Well,
we couldn't do any of it. Our car got towed, and it was a Friday, I think it was.
yeah, so we couldn't pick up the car till
Monday. No, because
Booyah.
transit or DMV is not open on the weekends.
They have to take some course that if you pay, they'll take it for you.
All right. So here's how it works out, right? You go down, they tell you, you got to go pay this fine, you got to do whatever it is. Oh, but you got to take a course. And the course is 48 hours spread out in a matter of like 2 weeks or something. You come like 2 hours every day and shit, right? But then they tell you, listen, if you don't want to take it, just go around the block. Right? There's this dude there, you pay him, and he'll get you the course out right now. I mean, it's like, it's that quick. Like, our license, we didn't have to take a driver's license test.
No, we
But we
didn't
had
have
to
to
go
drive.
take the course.
Yeah, we had to take the school. Yeah, you had to pass the school course.
You had to pass the school
Yeah.
course. Which, it's annoying because you already have a driver's license from the United States that you can bring it in, but they make you take a course because the United States driver's license
And
is not
it's
valid here.
expensive.
It's expensive.
It's
Like
almost like $200, $300.
Almost $300.
I mean, I think that's expensive. In a third world country.
But then you get there, right? And they say, okay, since you have your license, we're not going to have you guys sit through the whole thing, right? You just got to come in at the start of the class and you got to come in at the end of the class. Scan your fingerprint.
That's for what? Transito?
when we took the course that we were running back and forth. Remember?
Oh, it's still talking. Okay.
Yeah, to get our license. But with Tránsito, the before, well, with the whole deed, trying to get your driver's license, that's what you do. You get the person, you come in there, you scan, you see people in the class, you see a lot of people doing what we were doing. They were just coming in, scanning their fingerprint and leaving. One day I was getting a haircut, and I noticed it was my last class. I noticed that I was going to be late. I was running with half a haircut through the middle to go scan my last one. Otherwise, I had to do that class all over again.
All over again.
And we passed, and we got our driver's license, and now we've been legit now here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been legit here for a while. We got our driver's license now, and it's good. But just silly things like that. Like in the United States, it won't happen. In the United States, you have to take the course. Yeah. You don't, unless, I mean, there's got to be places there that...
There is. You just pay for, as long as you pay, somebody will take care of you. I mean, you know what? I did a car infraction, which means I know how to drive. Whatever. However people make money, however society works, however capitalism goes in circles, is what it is. You know what? The good thing is that you still have your chance to do what? Fuck am I talking about?
Sounded like that girl that we were looking at the beauty pageant thing from South Carolina. Remember you said, what the hell did she just say?
Oh my goodness. This podcast has been the best ever. I hope you don't edit anything. I hope you keep everything.
All right, I'll keep everything.
This is hilarious, guys. I'm sorry. We decided to just be real.
No, we decided to just chill, have a good time, come in. We haven't done something like this in a while. And you know what? Before we started this video or this podcast, whether you're listening to us or you're watching the video, we're like, man, it's been a while. When you don't do something like this for a long time, it becomes hard. You're like, man, you know, what are we going to talk about? You know, we have all these experiences, but what do we really want to, you know, what's going to be fun to tell you guys that we've been doing? But then you said something. You said, just hit record. Just hit record. Let's talk. Let's have a good time. Let's go over whatever. Exactly. And let's just let it flow. And let's just try to be as natural as possible. But some of the things that we like about Colombia, I think it's the ability to just kind of have that freedom to explore different things. Like we just to discover some new paths where we can walk our dogs to where we see Duff City from. Like we were telling you earlier, Thermal Springs is right down 20-30 minute ride. Now it's only 20-30 minutes because you really can't go that fast here in Colombia. Like you're driving at 35 miles per hour, 40, pushing it. It's not because the roads are bad. The roads are great. It's the curves or the turns. And some of those turns, you can fly off.
Yeah, you gotta drive with good.
Yeah, so you drive slow.
Good time and
there's also a lot of mopeds or motorcycles.
Yes.
Right? Smaller ones because they are a cheap form of transportation here for people who don't have it. So a lot of people have scooters.
Yes, it's a big thing.
First time we got here, right? Before we even decided to move, we came down here. We stood down here for 4 or 5 days, I think it was. We came with our son, and we rented a car. And of course, before we came, everybody was telling us all the crazy stories about Colombia and all this and all that, right? We stopped at a red light, and like 15.
Yeah, that day was a lot. I don't know why.
15 motorcycles and mopeds and stuff. They just came around and just surrounded the car. Babes, they found out we're American. Like, get ready to fight. You know, we're going to come out fighting. Polex, get ready. You know, our son was in the backseat because we came with Polex. And, but no.
Nothing.
The light turned green. They all kept going. It's just here, you're not used to that in the United States. Like, in the United States, you can't hot dog.
No.
You don't hot dog. Hot dog means when you're driving a motorcycle, you're going in between trucks, right? In between cars. Here, it's totally legal. You can do it in front of the police officers. You can do it in front of Tránsito. You can
Tránsito they're bad drivers. Sorry,
but
motorcyclists do some crazy infractions.
They just feel like they don't care. They always have the right of way.
There you go.
Now listen. I don't want to hurt anybody. I look out for motorcycles. I stay on my lane. But a lot of these guys, they're just swerving in and out, and sometimes you don't see them because they're hot dogging even at 20 mile per hour. Now think about it. It's not fast, but there's also a lot of them. So sometimes you have one going this way, and then you have another one going this way, and it just...
Yeah, no, it causes confusion. Seriously, it does. It does while you're driving. So here,
Like
we keep
here,
a good
switching
eye.
lanes.
Even me, sometimes I'll catch myself telling you, babe, watch out.
Yeah, because here switching lanes is a little bit different, right? Here you switch lanes, but hot dogging through can be a moped or motorcycle, and it's crazy because you don't want to kill anybody. So you know what? Sometimes you feel like, yeah, you know what? It's their fault and this, but sometimes
it's still their life. Yeah, their
it's
limbs.
still their life, their limbs. Sometimes they even have kids in the back.
Oh my God, we gotta.
Even if you hate them, you don't want to hurt anybody.
No, of course not.
You don't want to really hurt anybody. So you look out for them. You make sure you're not hitting anybody. So again, there's a lot more of them here, and it's not because of anything. It's just because the weather's great. Number one, it's always spring. It's always spring, so it's easy for you to drive a motorcycle. You're never gonna freeze.
They are the coolest people in the world. People here in Colombia, cool. But once they get into their car, I don't know what happens. I don't know if a switch comes out, but they won't let you go ahead of them. They'll go a little bit faster so that you can't pass them. I mean, that's universal.
I think
honestly,
traffic is traffic anywhere. Like it does. You see, is that always better? Is that always worse? It's just here, traffic, even though it seems more chaotic at first, but it's not because everybody's driving 20, 25 miles per hour.
The max.
So nobody's driving 50, 60. Like
Nobody.
You can't do it. It's not.
You can't do it.
It's not like in some roads you can, and it's not because the roads are bad. It's not because of anything. It's just
it's just too hill up, hill down.
Yeah.
Go one way, go the other way.
A lot of hills here.
There's not a lot of straight roads.
Yeah, but you have good street lights. You have good red and green lights.
You have really
lights.
really nice potholes.
In some parts, yeah.
In a lot of parts, guys. It is what it is. They're not. It's like a New York.
No.
Good potholes.
You have good potholes here.
Another thing that I find wonky about Colombia, but it makes it absolutely gorgeous and beautiful in my opinion, is that even the streets, they're not all at one level. So they don't have codes where you can be like, hey, everybody's street has to be 5 feet from the ground. No, some people can have 5 feet, other people can have 3 feet, other people can have no feet.
So not streets, you mean sidewalks.
Sidewalks, yeah. Sidewalks. Which I find pretty interesting because here, in my opinion, what happens is that you have to really work out your mind, and your body, because
you got to stay focused of where you're walking.
Yeah.
Because the streets can be completely uneven in some places. So like you were saying, right? You have these sidewalks as you're coming down. Remember, it's a hill, so it's steep. But sometimes the sidewalk is going to turn to the right. But then it has to remain at that level. But then from there to the main street, as you keep going this way or you keep going straight, it can be a drop of about 2 feet, 3 feet. No, 3 feet I think is too high.
No, I say about 2 feet.
2 feet in a step of
2 feet is high.
It's high. Also, for instance, we walk by this school where we can see it on the other side of the ravine.
Oh yeah.
Right, and here. In certain places, in many places, like you're walking here, and right as you're walking, there's a little dip. Not even little. You're looking at.
Oh yeah, that's
100 feet,
maybe more.
Maybe more.
We don't know. You don't see the bottom.
Yeah, sometimes because too much brush and trees and
it's
vegetation
beautiful.
and everything and bamboo trees and stuff like that. It's great, right? But it just goes, right? So you have to be aware. And the school where all the kids go, you see the cement path, and where the cement path, it just dips down. It just drops down. But there's no guardrails.
No guardrails.
There's no guardrails. So you can be. That scares me. So you don't hear a lot of people falling. That means people here are walking a little bit more alert.
Yes.
In the United States, I think we kind of tend to understand that everything has to be right.
Autopilot.
Everything has to be perfect. I can walk. I shouldn't trip. I can step.
Yeah, I'm safe.
I can step. It should be at a perfect height that my foot goes up. If it's too high, why is it too high? If it's too low, you messed up my stride. Here's like, listen, you see it, you should be paying attention.
Make sure you see it.
Yeah. But you don't see a lot of people here walking on their cell phones.
No, you can't. You can't walk.
You will trip.
You'll bump into somebody.
Or they'll rob your phone.
No, they'll rob your phone.
They'll rob your phone. They'll steal your phone.
Yeah.
If you're walking down the wrong...
Yeah. Last night.
Everywhere.
Last
no
night at 10 o'clock, we were at the university doing laps. So...
Yeah. We're just walking around. It's beautiful. It's great. So that's what some of the things that we like here, like the accessibility to so many natural, beautiful things.
Well,
from thermal springs to scenic mountain drives. If we wanted to go right now on a scenic mountain drive, just to drive through the mountains,
we could do it.
We can just go and drive them right, and we'll be there in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you're driving through the mountains, where you look to the left and you just see amazing views. You look to the right, you're just riding right through the mountains, and it's like this, like exactly how you would picture driving through the mountains. It is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's picturesque, and I like that.
Yeah, I mean, what helped me get over the hump of being unhappy with Colombia, because I was really unhappy, was just accepting its differences.
Why were you so unhappy?
I just felt like I feel like everything here is just a little bit hard. Everything. Walking in the street, a little bit harder. Finding parking, a little bit harder. Going food shopping, a little bit harder. Because now you have to remember to take bags. Everything is a little bit harder.
You think so? Has it been harder for us here?
To get things that we need, yes.
Like?
Vitamins.
Yeah, but life here, in general.
No. Life here has not been harder. But just walking in the street it gets a little bit harder.
Yeah, but we love it.
Yeah, I don't mind, but I'm just saying things here feel like they're just a smidge harder.
Or do you have to? Because if you focus, it's harder. Just by focusing itself,
it's a little bit harder.
Okay, all right.
I don't mean it in a bad way.
Yeah. Okay, but not harder.
I didn't say badder. I said harder.
But what like? Yeah, you said because walking
is a little bit more difficult when you go to the.
Trying to get
or when you go to the supermarket, don't forget your bags, because if now you have to buy bags.
Yes, you have to take your bag. The bag's not expensive.
It doesn't matter if it's expensive or not. It's just another thing that you have to think about. Remember what we were talking about upstairs about why city people may be thought out by the end of the day because they have to make more decisions. Do I buy a bag or do I not buy a bag? There goes a decision.
Yeah, because you get a certain amount of decisions throughout the day. Like we went to the supermarket today, we had to make the decision. Oh, can't forget the bag. Let's go pick up the bag. That's one decision.
So, but then out of one little issue, you don't ask yourself one question. How many questions you ask about that one thing?
Where's the bag?
How many should I get? Do I need 50? How much food are we bringing? Should we walk?
50 or 2?
Or should we walk the car? Should we drive? You see? So one freaking thing like Karula, you see how much discomfort it can bring into my life? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The trajectory of life could change really quick. But that's for another podcast. And and so just stuff like that. But now that I'm kind of assimilated, it's been 2 years. I see how freaking great I feel here. I feel the difference in the food I eat, which is big in my opinion. And then
food is very fresh.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, I could accept that. I could take the not being able to drive my car on Fridays. Fine.
Why can't you drive your car on Fridays?
Because you have pico y placa.
What's that?
What is pico y placa, baby?
Go for it.
I like when you talk.
But
I like to hear you. It's like a serenade.
So, depending on your plate number, you have to go ahead and you're not allowed to drive your car certain hours on certain days. So ours is on Fridays. We cannot drive our car between the hours of 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., which is technically rush hour. Mm-hmm. But in between those times, I can drive it, and any other day I can drive the car anywhere in the city. Now, you're allowed to drive your car in between cities. Mm-hmm. Right? You just cannot drive your car in the city. But in order to get in between cities, you have to drive out of your city. And you can't do that. So in other words, no, you can't drive your car anywhere.
You can't. I mean, you can, but no. You can't.
You can't.
Where do you go? Unless, let's say, well, you can, because if you're driving to Medellin, let's say we leave on Friday to Medellin, then we can leave as long as we leave at, 6 o'clock in the morning? I mean, or before, be on the highway before 6.
Leaving Thursday. We'll be fine.
I know. No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
Like if we were to leave,
Yeah. All right.
So you learn how to live around it and not make it the obstacle in the life. But it was an obstacle at one point.
Yeah, because probably we focused on it too much.
Possibly.
Now we're like, yeah, it's Friday. Yeah, we can't drive.
Exactly.
Because you come in here with the American attitude, like, no, it's my ride. I have to be able to drive. Listen, I still hate it. Like, I still don't like the fact that they just take your car away, and I can't even go to my son's school. I can't do certain things that I like to. Like, for instance, we stopped going to the gym on Friday mornings just because we can't drive our car to the gym. Even though you should be working out and walking to the gym. But you know what? It's just
That's okay. That's okay. I don't like to walk.
It's the comfort.
I mean, I do like to walk, but I don't know why I don't like to walk to the gym.
Because you're carrying a bag with you.
I'm like, no, man, I just worked out. Why do I have to go and work out more?
So I'm more like now, like, yeah, whatever, it's done. Whatever. We just work our way around it. Just so we don't we just do it so we don't go through the inconvenience of having to go get a car. Because they tow your car. Your car's towed.
Yeah, there is no, even though we did get a one escape.
Yeah, but I pretended I didn't know a word of Spanish. I was like, Jim, no. Me, go, Jim. And you know, and when you speak, and when you try to sound more Latin, you actually put a Latin accent on an English word.
Exactly.
Me, no. I go to gym.
if they're gonna understand, that sounded Mexican. You see what I'm saying?
And then the lady, you see, it was a lady who knocked on a window.
He brought it down real quick.
All right. And she said, "Yeah, go back. Don't worry about it. Just go." We just drove around. We just forgot, because for a whole year.
Oh my God!
The first year we like, yeah, you know, we're like, they ain't gonna take our car. What the hell? We drove around everywhere for a year. On Fridays it didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
And then we started seeing checkpoints on certain days.
Yeah, because I think they were seeing us.
They were seeing us.
I didn't catch these freaks.
We messed it up for everybody, but they be doing checkpoints now. So if you get there in between a certain time, in between those times, and your plate is not allowed to be out, they tow your car. They make you park, they give you a fine, and they tow your car.
And if you want to change the license plate, like me, a little smarty pants, I think I am. They have a new machine that they scan the car. And when they scan the car, if it's not the same as what got scanned, ooh.
Okay, so that's the different part, right?
Jail time.
The different part here is that the license plate is technically born with the car, and it stays with the car for
forever.
Its entirety. So if I sell you a car, that car keeps that same plate. So if I, like, for instance, there was a car that we were looking at that when we first got here, right? But the car had a bulletproof glass and stuff like that on the sides. And I'm like, yeah, well, who owned this car? No, this car's coming from Bogota or Medellin or something like that. I'm like, okay, but can we change the plate? He goes, no, the plate stays with the car. I'm like, so if he needed bulletproof glass in his truck, that means he was scared to some degree for his life or for his family's life, right? Now, what happens if a guy that was looking for this dude sees the plate, be like, oh, that's the plate. Let's get them. And I'm here. I just bought this car. Like, what the hell's going on? You know?
I know.
We decided that we'd rather stay with a car that's not like that, because nobody's out trying to kill me. So we're good. So I said, like, yep, I'm good. I don't need that headache in my life. Now, if you can change the plate, then that, you know, it just changes.
Yeah, it gives it a little bit of privacy, which
yeah.
is something that Colombians seem to have in the low part.
So everybody here in Colombia,
privacy of space.
Everybody here in Colombia also has a like a social security number.
Yeah.
Right. It's called cédula. Right. But here, it's given out
everywhere.
Like it's like a phone number. It's like it's given out like crazy. You go to the supermarket, they will ask you for your social security number. Technically, it's just a social security number, right? Anywhere you go,
it's a social score number.
Yeah.
Yeah. It tells you what.
And then if you do that, then they kind of keep track of what stuff you're purchasing and stuff like that.
I know, yeah.
But for your taxes at the end of the year, something
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
we didn't like that.
So in the United States, like we really hold on to our social security number. Like for us, it's something that listen, what you want to know? Like, what do you want to know it for? Like, you don't like you're not the government, or I'm not applying for a loan. I'm not doing any of that. Why do you need my social security number for? Well, here, their social security number or their cédula, easy. Like
they can write it. They can write it in the back of their shirt and walk the whole street.
Like you go to the to pay your phone bill, cédula. You go anywhere, like it's to the gym, cédula. But that's also your credit score. So anybody can just take it. Is there no identity fraud here?
My mother said there is, but I don't know. I haven't met anybody. There has to be.
Has to be, right?
Yep.
It's just weird to me that it's handed out so easily. And
Yeah,
everybody just gives it. Everybody just gives it. Like it's a natural thing. Yeah, cédula. And out loud where anybody can hear it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, my cédula number is like if I was 18 years old.
Yep. You got a brand new
I
cédula.
got a brand new number, as I never had one.
Yeah.
Prior to coming here. But now I don't even like to give it out. I still have that, remember when I couldn't drive the car? And I ain't like that, but I don't like giving my Colombian social security number.
Hey, and don't get like offended if people here get really close to you. They
have no sense of personal space.
None.
They'll just...
Men will just take over the woman's space. Like I'm talking about, like take it over, and even touch you, and you're like, oh, okay, got it. And then you kind of had to scoot over a little bit. Like I told you, I'm Colombiana, but I have a lot of American tendencies. Like, hey.
Arm's length.
Let me breathe.
Especially if I don't know you, right?
I like my air. It's okay. We don't have to touch. We get right here. Okay, that's it. That's me. It's fine. I find nothing. And then there's some people that are touchy-feely. And it's like, yo, dude, for real? You have to touch so much?
But it's so natural.
It is, but it feels horrible.
Yeah, like for instance, we went to a government office in Dos Quebradas, right? And the dude there, I think the manager,
he was definitely the manager.
Because he's walking around. Listen. Putting hands like this, not at one girl.
No.
Or one lady. It was all of them.
He kissed one on the neck.
Yeah.
I went, whoa.
Like it was like, now we were still new here, right? We've been here for like, what, maybe 3 or 4 months when that happened?
Yes.
We were doing all that stuff over there in Dos Quebradas. We were living there in Dos Quebradas then, right? And we were looking like, Jesus, like I felt like I had to say something. I didn't because it's not my place, like they're letting it, but I was like, Jesus Christ, it's gotta be so fucking uncomfortable.
That's gotta be horrible. Imagine a husband walking into an office to bring his wife something to drink, and some dude is behind her with his hands caressing her. I can't do it. Don't touch me. I already had my encounter of touchy-feely bosses.
Grabbing, doing this, like it's crazy.
Yeah, touchy-feely bosses. That's not fun.
And I was a touchy-feely boss because I was her boss at one point, and in the dojo, in the karate school, right?
Yes, but that's not the touchy-feely one I'm talking about.
I guess you go for it. Dale, you can't just bring it up.
I did. I said, that's it.
Oh, okay.
I would answer phones for a company, and no, men don't do that. Like to come and start giving you massages. I ain't asking for a massage.
I don't think that's even allowed anymore in the United States. Like somebody can get into. That's why they have HR here. They don't got that stuff.
The HR is the guy doing the touching. He's HR central, but it works for them.
Yeah, it works for them.
And they're doing good, and the people here are very cultured. They're nice. They're sweet. I think they are. They're very placid. They're very calm. I hardly see people here fighting, right? Even verbally, like arguments.
They're not very combative.
They're not. They're like, I'm good. It's good. Yeah. It's a good society.
It's a good society. It's not better. It's not worse. It's just
No, it's
completely
just
different.
yeah.
And that's what we were looking for. We were looking for something different.
And the state in the states where we lived, it was the same way. Good people.
Good people.
Everybody just doing their thing, hustling and doing whatever they find is important to life, and that's what we're doing. We felt that importance was spending more time with the family. Important was creating a little flow of some income, doing a fun video to have for you guys to watch and just see our craziness, because we're two kids living out our dreams. That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing, yeah. And we're doing it our way. And with that, guys, listen, we're going to try to do a little bit more of these podcasts. Try to commit ourselves now that we're back here and we're not running around back and forth to the States. Even though next week we're going on a little vacation.
Oh, yeah, we should take them with us. We should do a lot of more lives or reels.
Oh, no, we'll do some vlogs, right? So, because I know you guys like those as well. And we have some projects here that we're starting, and we're actually in the middle of it right now. We'll put you guys up to date with that. We'll bring you guys along so you guys can see what we're actually also doing here in Colombia.
Yes.
Right? Something completely different that I never saw myself actually doing. So
I would have never thought of it either.
I never would have thought of it. Like from...
We like that kind of stuff.
But it was never our passion because we never were into it. We never even have, we never really studied it.
Exactly.
But we'll bring you guys along so you guys can see some of the stuff we're doing. And so, like I said, next week we're going on vacation, but we might take you guys along because we got these properties where we're going to be staying at that I think are going to be pretty cool for you guys to actually see. And if you guys follow us on our YouTube channel, if you guys are watching here, you guys are going to be able to see it. If you guys are listening to us through your favorite podcast streaming service, then you just swing over to our YouTube channel. You guys will be able to see that. But we're going next week, so give us about a week for the editing stuff, all right? And what else? That's it.
Have I told you how sexy you look when you're there talking and you're so smart and collective and how you can bring everything up and remember? I love you.
I love you too. Guys, you guys be good. We are out. KGYT. Your boy Alex is out. Your girl
Paola. See you later. Smell a girl.
Bye, guys.
Bye.